welcome Jason Taylor to the booth. Jason, top of the morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Super. The better question is, how are you and how's the golf game?
I'm really good right now because I haven't hit a ball yet. When I get done talking to you, I guess I'm going to mosey over to the range and kind of figure out what's playing today, whether it's I can't say a draw or a fade. It's either going to be a slice or a snatch. So we'll figure it out here pretty soon.
Well, Tom Watson, play what you got. So if it's that power slice, play it. Yeah. Aim down the left and just bang it.
Yeah, power slice is rough. Yeah. I hear it's really rough out here in Muirfield, but either way, we'll have a good time.
Yeah. So one of the good guys on the planet, Walter Payton, man of the year type stuff, high character guy. When you look back on your career, is that the stuff that matters to you, or is it all the sacks that really matter?
No, it's really is the stuff off the field, and I know it sounds cliche, and we're saying this now because we're retired or whatever, but no, it's the things you can do off the field or even in the locker room or within the community and within your building and your organization that leave an impact on somebody else's lives. And if you could change their life, make it better for a day, a year, their lifetime or whatever, those things are what people remember you for. Because listen, players come and go. The second I left the building, they cleaned my locker out and put somebody else in it. So, your real legacy that'll last is how you treat people, how you change their lives, and how you impact them.
See, I totally understand what you're saying there, but you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You're a Hall of Famer.
True, they can't take that back either.
That is with you forever and ever, amen.
Deacon Jones said it a long time ago, they can't cut you from this team, you can't even die from this team, the Hall of Fame. But still, those things kind of fade. A new generation of fans come up. The 5 or 6 year old kids that when they were 5 or 6 when I was, at the end of my career, 8 years ago. Now they're 13, 14-year-old kids. They really didn't see you play, but they remember your name. Yeah, because you went to the Hall of Fame a couple years ago. But they also remember the legacy and the pictures that are hanging around. And the reason why people try to memorialize what you did is because you did it the right way and you made an impact. So. I tell my sons now, they play ball, I tell all the kids I coach, listen, if you do things the right way, on and off the field, the off-the-field stuff will take care of the on-the-field stuff. If you're just the right kind of guy, you do it the right way, you work the right way every day. When people aren't around, people aren't watching, not in the morning when everybody's out here on the course watching you play. It's the guys like Tiger that were on the range till 8 o'clock last night or whatever. It's when everybody's gone. I know it's hard for people to be gone when Tiger's around, but when everybody's gone, that's when you really grind and become, that's where you start building your legacy.
You talked about teaching your sons about off the field, on the field and stuff. Where did it come from you, where you learned the lessons about paying forward off of the field, so to speak, as well as the work ethic on the field?
Well, growing up, my mom was always real big on us giving back and volunteering, and so we stood in the welfare line to get the eggs and cheese and milk from the government, and then on the weekends we'd go down to the Rainbow Kitchen in Pittsburgh and have to volunteer and pass out pass out food and stuff to the homeless. So we were on both ends of it, and she always instilled that. She always believed that, and always felt like it's what we want to call it, forces or karma or whatever you want to call it. It's you take care of somebody else, it always comes back to you tenfold. And I don't do it because of that. I do it because I love it now. It's part of my life. It's what I've done as a kid. It's amazing. Now I look back, I'm like, man, we were poor. And my mom was, we didn't have money to give, but we had something else to give, and that's love and hope and time. And the older you get, the more you realize that time is really the most valuable thing. I tell people all the time, they're not making any more land and any more time. So, use every minute you got, use it, and every piece of land you could find, try to buy it if you can get it at a good price. But
I tell you what, that's powerful. Love and hope and time. That got me right there. I got it. What was it? Eggs and cheese and milk?
Eggs, cheese, milk. It was powdered milk, though.
But see, here's the thing. Because you are still a physical specimen. Yes. So I think I need to start hitting the eggs and the milk and the cheese because that clearly worked for you.
It might be a little bit on the tail end of our growth time now at our age.
Yeah.
But you could try it.
To get bigger.
You could try.
So,
you could try. By the way, I'm not in shape. It's these baggy clothes.
Whatever.
Thank God this Nationwide shirt's a little baggy.
There's two guys up here that aren't in shape, and you're not one of them.
That's right, exactly.
Jason Taylor, our guest, an Akron Zip Hall of Famer. But I got to ask because, on the defensive side of the ball, you're a beast. 4th all-time in forced fumbles and tied for first, I think, in forced 139-plus sacks. You're a beast. How do you convert that into runner-up on Dancing with the Stars? Because most people think defense is just go out and get it done and just whatever. But you got some mad skills. You got some grace.
Man, I thought I was going to get out of here without a dancing question. So long ago. See, that's what I'm talking
That's
about.
going to haunt you forever,
That's
Jason.
what I'm talking about. Building your legacy off the field.
Right
there you go.
Right there.
There you go, kids.
Everything you do will come back.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true. Now, you know what? There's been a lot of athletes on the show.
Yeah.
And part of what we do, obviously, is we're used to grinding and putting our body to extremes and pushing it and being able to kind of control our body. So dancing was no different. You pick your own schedule. You practice 30 minutes if you want to. You practice all day if you want. And as an athlete, did not want to embarrass myself in front of 15 million people on live TV.
And plus all your buddies,
Yeah.
which is probably worse.
That's probably worse. Yeah, that was worse. The locker room. We practiced 7-8 hours a day. I mean, we were we were in there wearing each other out, and your feet are killing you, your hips are killing you. Dancing is way more difficult for me, at least, than football. I mean, I was some places I've never been sore, even after tough games, but it all worked out. It kind of worked out. I mean, I lost, but I lost to Christy Yamaguchi. I mean, she dances on ice. She could dance on wood.
Yeah.
And she was a gracious winner. She's great.
Well, and I mean, you were the last loser, so there's some merit to that.
Nah, not really. Not really. I'm trying to figure out how that one works, but no. Don't listen to that, kids.
Winning is everything. That's right. Jason, the state of football right now, you mentioned that you have kids and there's a lot of safety concerns and everything, and they're doing things all the time in the NFL to try to make the game safer. How do you feel about the state of football right now? From a safety perspective.
I understand the emphasis on the safety part, obviously. It's a violent, physical, tough game. And I tell everybody that's ever played this game, you're going to get hurt. It's part of it. You're going to get hurt. It's I don't want to see you get injured, but you're going to get hurt. It's going to hurt sometimes when you hit somebody. You're going to get hit, and it's going to hurt. It's part of the game. And, the name of the game is kind of putting that mental and physical, quote-unquote, hurt on your opponent until one of you quits. Mm-hmm. You try to make him quit. Now, with that being said, I think there's ways you can practice the game. You can prepare for games. You can get through training camp without putting a true physical toll on the body and particularly the brain. And I think we're doing a better job at that. I know at the high school level and the youth level, I coached youth football in Florida for 4 years, and 4 years. And I think we made a lot of changes there. We're not making changes throughout the country, but in our own community, trying to make a change and do it a different way, and hopefully that trickles down. And I think they're doing a good job of it. In the NFL, heck, I wish I was playing now. I'll probably play as long as Tom Brady. They practice once a day. They have pads on once a week, and
it's changed.
Once the season comes, you get to wear a hat and a T-shirt at practice. I'd never heard of that. Mm-hmm. But all jokes aside, I think it's great. You have to do it. Now, does the game suffer a little bit? Sure. Tackling is different. Tackling suffers early in the season. You probably get a bit more shoulder injuries and upper limb injuries because the guys are arm tackling and not getting themselves in position and not getting your head across the ball like we used to be taught. But, hopefully as they start to do this more and more and more, down the road when guys get done playing, we won't have as many head issues as we have now.
That was a fantastic answer, but all I heard there was we're tougher than the guys are now. That's all I heard. Am I wrong?
Is this mic messed up? Is this hello? Check 1, 2, 3.
Jason, I'll tell you what.
I love how you just heard what you wanted to hear. You're like my kids.
More than you know, brother. More than you know. I'll tell you what. Such a blast to meet you. Congratulations on an unbelievable career, and we wish him success out there today.
Unbelievable career on and off the field,
Absolutely.
too. Appreciate what you do.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.